Okay, so I just tested it. My mic sounds pretty loud. So hopefully, when I do this, it is like you can hear my voice. I will just turn this off from now. But basically, because I'm gonna have to go over everything I did in that 30-minute video, which I can do easily because I remember. Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is set it to day. Now, this is the beginning of the airport, so when you get to the Himalayas, this is where you'll be. Well, this is where you'll land, but obviously you'll have to land into the other bloody. You have to land in the city, and you have to get flown out here. So obviously there's planes and helicopters. Not much here really, other than the path that leads to Everest. I won't do it because it will take forever. It really will. Oh wait, I got my skin. The bloody other one I recorded, I did not have my skin. I was a black woman in a non-racist way. Anyways, base count. Let's do this. I will pause the recording to let all this load, so I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Now, basically, what I went over before was all the locations. So, this is obviously base camp. You know, so we have these tents, which is storage. These tents are beds. Well, in real life, it would be sleeping bags. So these ones would probably be North Face. This would be a different company. That's your bathroom. In here, you just got like meetings and whatnot, and then we have this one, these two, which are cooking tents. Okay, not that one. Was it? Yeah, that one is. Alright. So I'm gonna go fly up because I'm not walking this. I only have 27 minutes to do this. But yeah. So basically, what shaders do I have on? Okay, just checking. But okay, so if we climb up here, which will take a little bit. When I do get to the top of Mount Everest, I will say the different. Okay, so I'll say the different landmarks. So like right now, this is the Khumbu Ice Falls. Real life, very dangerous. Another fact is that you can get snow blindness and you can be sunburned by the snow because of how bright it is in real life. So you have to wear sunglasses, you need sunscreen, or you just cover yourself in clothing, but you will get heavy, like really hot, not heavy. Right here is Camp 1, which is just over the ice falls. In real life that would take around 5 to 8 hours. From Camp 1 it goes to Camp 2, which I believe is where my cursor is. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, right there. So Camp 2. Well, why did it do that? It's because it's... Jeez. That... Okay, that's fine. Anyways, makes my game look weird, but it's... Okay, fixed it. So, in real life, this would be Noopse, which I can't remember if it's an 8,000 peak. Let's say here, this is a 8,000 peak, I know that. And we also have Camp 3, which is right there. I was gonna say that's there, but that's yellow band. Basically just a bunch of geological stuff in the mountain. So nothing, it's kind of interesting, but yeah. Let's say I believe was let's say the second highest peak. I can't remember. It might have been. I can't remember actually. But the reason it's called yellow band is because it's yellow in real life, and it's basically like a waypoint. It is dangerous, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Camp 4 is just over this little bit here. Camp 4, right here. In 2019, this place was absolutely packed. You might have seen photos of it. Around where I am right now would be the death zone, so anything above 7,800 meters, I think, or 8,000, I can't remember. But if we go up here, this bit right here is the Hillary Step. It is bigger in real life, I believe. But, yeah. And then, somewhere that way is Armored Blarm. Somewhere that way is Annapurna, I believe. I believe it's that way. But, yeah. Fun fact as well, again, because why not? There was a guy that decided to climb the mountain by himself in a very strong storm in the 19s, I believe, and basically he found a cave somewhere on this mountain. I don't know the exact location, obviously, but people use him as a use his body as a waypoint because he died to hypothermia, dehydration, exhaustion, and he starved to death all by himself because no one wanted to climb the mountain to save him in the storm, basically. So his body lies in a cave which people use for landmarks. Around here, maybe here, there was a snow thing hanged off like that in 2019, I believe, and because like this place is really thin, so in order to get down you have to unclip yourself from the carabiners, walk around someone, clip it in, continue, like repeat a bunch of times, and someone stepped on, you know, snow like that and it fell, and then basically I think people fell down the mountain. I think it was like one or two people, and a few people did also with the carabiners. But yeah, a lot of people died on Everest, which is sad, obviously. But it happens when you only have around 35% of oxygen from sea level, and you're exhausted. You've been in the sun forever, and yeah. And with the new Nepal like fees with Everest, when before you climb it, you have to pay $800 Australian, just in order to climb the mountain, because you have to clean up around 8 kilograms of waste. So whether it's just like your poo or pee or just random rubbish around the mountain, because in real life, Camp 4 is very dirty. Like, there's a lot of litter. Same as Camp 3, I believe, maybe. But yeah. In 2019 or 15 or something, I actually can't remember. No, I think it was 2014. But in 2014 there was a very big earthquake, and there was a couple avalanches. I believe there was one on Noopse, and if we go back down, there was another around here, I would say. Could be wrong about that one. And then there was a really big one at base camp. Bunch of people died. And when the avalanche came down onto the second base camp, people were still coming out of the Kimbus. Like, there were people in the Kimbu icefalls, so they had to deal with that, which would have not been good. But yeah, a lot of people died and whatnot because of that. There is a Netflix documentary on that earthquake. But yeah, no, it affected a lot of people, close and not close, basically. Was this Camp 1 or was this Base Camp? I actually can't remember. This was Base Camp, pretty sure. Yeah, this is Base Camp. I can tell by the rocks. Well, the rock, because it's just one rock. But yeah. And then I believe on this bit here, I can't remember exactly, but there's a bit somewhere where it's dedicated to, like, there's like headstones of everyone who's died on Everest, and you know, people, the Nepalese people sort of pray for you before you go, because they do, because they believe in mountain gods and stuff, so they ask for a safe passage and whatnot, which, you know, is what they believe in. I'm gonna quickly restart my world so Chunky can load the chunks faster, because I do not want to wait. But alright, let me go shout out the creator of the map. Amon6669 on Patreon. You can buy this map for $23 Australian points, I believe. Australian currency, I don't know why I said points. But yeah. So if you come this way, there will be the path. I did follow this path before, but I lost it. It's like, I don't know, I can't find it. Like, I remember, right here is where it stops. So the creator must have just forgotten to do it, or I'm going the wrong way. But I don't know, because I've never been to Everest. Would I absolutely love to go to Everest? Yes, I would love that. Don't get me wrong, it is very beautiful. But yeah. So I'm just gonna fly this way for a little bit, because there were some prayer flags hanged up in between, like, two, like, steep mountains, I would say. It is a little bit far, so it will take a little bit. I think it took me like 5 minutes maybe But you know, they do have the longest, well not the longest, but they do have really long uh, suspension bridges as well when it comes to steep mountains and whatnot. But and I believe his water was heading towards Everest, because like Everest has a lot of snow which gets melted because of climate change, because of, well, humans obviously. But but yeah. So I'm just gonna fly this way for a little bit. I think the prayer flags were around here. If not, it's a bit further up. Okay, no, it's further up. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, it usually takes around 30-40 days to get to Everest Base Camp and summit it and go home basically. So it's quite long, but you know, it will be an amazing journey. The only time I would say it would suck is if there's just really bad weather and you don't get to summit it at all. Which, you know, happens. Some people, you know, they spend their whole lives trying to save for Everest and they just don't get to do it because of the weather. Yeah, prayer flags are just up here as well. But, you know, you usually get really good photos of these in real life. Obviously in Minecraft it's just banners, but it would be like maybe half the size of a banner if it were real life. Maybe a bit smaller, but yeah. Also, yeah, this is just in Minecraft, but you know, the map creator has a lot of other mountains as well. He has K2, he has Annapurna, he has I'm trying to think of the newest one he added. I can't remember. I actually gotta watch the trailer for it because I don't think I have. I think he released it 2 months ago, around there. But yeah. Usually I would use Photon, but Photon gets a little bit weird with the textures, so I don't do it. Bliss is also good, but just the mountains and the distance. And Solace I like, but once again, mountains and distance just look a little bit weird, so I just use Bliss. Because it has the fog, which makes the mountains and the distance look better. Been going for 19 minutes almost. Now it is. Let's have a look at the elevation. Right now I am negative 900. So this map goes from around negative 2000 to 2050, or like negative 2050 to 2050 or so. I don't know, something like that. So it's only like half the height of Everest, but that's because the map creator is not going to include, you know, an entire country and all of the mountains and whatnot. He's just not going to do that. So it's only half the height, because yeah, it just is. Which usually where I would be right now would be around 4,000 meters in elevation, depending where you are. Yeah, you know, a lot of um things. I don't know what I was gonna say. If we go to here to Namche, this I believe is the last like town before Everest. It is a little bit weird with the chunky with all the blocks. Well, it's not chunky, it's distant horizons, which usually I don't use distant horizons, but it just came with the mods I had installed. I could probably change it to Voxy. I prefer Voxy anyways because it does higher quality the stuff further away. But you know, it's just me. Some people prefer distant horizons, but I prefer Voxy. But then again, it's really just personal preference. So, yeah. But yeah, Namche is pretty beautiful in real life as well. Kind of bummed he didn't do the interiors, but obviously you're mainly here for the mountains and not, you know, all these buildings and whatnot. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so yeah, no, the creator did stop the path. Okay, I thought so, but just wanted to make sure. If my voice is quiet, I'm sorry, because I am speaking quite loud, but my mic is probably just making it quiet. But you know, Namche is 3,440 meters in elevation, which I believe is around 80% of oxygen from seafloor. Maybe 70, I'm not sure, to be honest. It's definitely a lot less than seafloor. Not as much as like the Death Zone, for example. But yeah. No, fun fact. The Sherpa, I believe he's a Sherpa. Nims, he climbed all the 12 8,000 meter peaks in 6 months, 10 days or so, something like that. But you know, he climbed all the 12 8,000 meter peaks in 6 months, which is just incredible. That takes, like that broke the world record by like a few years, because I think the world record was like 5 years for all the 8,000 meters, but he did it in 6 months with his team. There's also a Netflix documentary on that as well, just pretty good, we'll say. I'm pretty sure that record has been broken now by a female, actually. And recently there actually was two world records by most Everest summits by a female, which was 12, I believe, 12, 13. And then also the world record for the fastest Lhotse and Everest climb, which was in a few hours. Well, no, not a few hours, but like a few days. But yeah. But you know, overall, it's a very beautiful map, we'll say. I might buy an Annapurna K2, I'm not sure, honestly. Because this world took forever to download. Like 87 gigabytes, I believe it was. Which just took forever. But, you know, it's a very beautiful map, for sure. I'm honestly surprised my PC can run this. Like, at how good my frame rate is right now, which is only... My frame rate's only 60, which is not high, not for this stuff. Now, if I was to turn shaders off, I get another 10 FPS. But then again, I am also rendering 1000 chunks, which is a lot. But yeah, if I was to use Voxy, I'd get maybe an extra 10 FPS, I would say, overall. But yeah, that's it.